Molweni. Welcome to another Mahle Matola membership video. Guys, I'm putting up a vlog this week for membership only because I did not know that you guys wanted vlogs on membership. I thought you were okay with the vlogs on the main channel, and then here you'd get exclusive content, more of like sit downs and stuff like that. But I didn't know. And someone mentioned it that they left membership because they felt main channel was better than membership. Do you get what I mean? And I don't do vlogs here. And I did not know, guys. And I don't even want to lie. I did not know that you wanted vlogs here. But now that we've clarified that, please do let me know what else you'd like on membership, and I'll give you all the tea. But let's get into this video. Molweni. I am here for street food. Guys, how is this just normal? We're just chilling with kangaroos. I saw only one other YouTuber to be indoctrinated into a cult. Why am I a 30-year-old virgin? Yo!
I wake up every day as flesh and bones, humbled alone, weak on my own. Lord, you love me bare and natural. You meet me where I am, still high on your throne. I look up to you in all I do. You're my example of perfection. To be pleasing in your sight is my sole goal in this life. But there's no pressure to be perfect. Perfect you are. Perfect you are. So I don't have to be perfect. Perfect you are. We try our best, but sometimes we fall short. It's part of our design. It's what we need God for. No record keeping, no, He won't take score. Just standing in the gap, waiting to restore the merciful love that you showed. You're my example of perfection. To be pleasing in your sight is my soul goal in this life, but there's no pressure to be perfect. Lord, you're perfect, so I don't have to be perfect. I don't, 'cause you are perfect. You are righteous judge, the Holy One. You know every intention of my heart. You're the spotless lamb, the blameless Son, yet no mistake could break us apart. You're super to my natural, you're extra to my ordinary flaws. Hold my hand through it all.
Okay, first of all, as you can see, we are in the kitchen. I thought let me just give you a little bit of a sneak peek before everybody else sees the kitchen. I will do a video, I think this Friday, where I shoot like the details. There's some things that I'm obsessed with in my kitchen. First of all, I have a gas stove. I do not like electric stoves, so I really wanted to get a gas stove. I got it from Tafelberg Furnitures, and it's a Bosch 4 plates, 2 big plates and 1 small plate. And then it didn't come with the oven. I had to buy the oven separately. If you remember on the vlogs, I was wondering if I should get a Smeg one or a Bosch one. And I got the Bosch one because I didn't want any hint of silver, like whatsoever. On like, yeah, majority of the ones that I saw that were black had like the silver thing. This thing would be silver, or at the bottom it would be silver, but I wanted majority black and then maybe a little bit of silver. If I could have gotten gold knobs, I would have bought gold knobs. Maybe I can find gold knobs on Temu or something. But anyway, that's the first thing I love about my kitchen. The second thing is this. So I've incorporated gold and this wood. I don't know what to call it. Let me bring you up close. Maybe you'll see it. Okay. This wood. I've incorporated this wood just as a lower panel. So instead of just having it white here, I've incorporated this detail that goes all the way there. Please don't mind the fact that my dishes are dirty. And then I've also included it here. Yabo. Where my microwave is. That is actually going to be where I keep cooking books and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, I care. Oh, the backsplash, child. Oh, Betuna. This backsplash is so this was not the original stone that I had in mind. The original stone I had in mind had so much gold than this one. And now that I went with this, I'm so happy and so pleased. Yeah, so in December, when everything was paid up and sorted, this was only going to be the countertops. Yeah, but it was just going to be the countertops. It was not going to go up into the backsplash. And in January, I decided, instead of tiling that differently, I wanted it to go up. I wanted the backsplash to go up. So I had to add an additional 28,000 to get this done, because actually the wall from the cabinet, the countertop to the first cabinet is wider and bigger than my countertops themselves. So the countertops was not that much. I think it wasn't 28 for sure. I think it was around 14 to do the countertops. No, 16 to do the countertops, because they're quite, yeah, they're not that wide. But when you take it up, this height from this is not the same. So I had to pay like an extra 28,000 to get the backsplash up there. And this is granite. This is granite, it's not cardboard. So I think those are the three things that I'm obsessed with in the kitchen. I love every single detail, the cabinets, everything. But I think those are my top three. The stove, this detail, and the backsplash that goes up from my countertop. Guys, you get to see the kitchen. Like I said, I will do a video with like more details that will go to the public, but I wanted to give you guys a first look on the things that I really love. I think the other thing that a lot of people get surprised by is my gold tap. This gold tap is my favorite thing also. I'm trying to remember where I got it. And the sink, it didn't come together. All these three things didn't come together. So the sink, the gold tap, and the soap dispenser here, they all didn't come at, like I didn't get them at the same place. But I just honestly can't recall. I know this I got from Amazon, the soap dispenser, I believe. Yo guys, I think the sink was from Leroy Murray, and this was definitely from Take a Lot, I believe. Ne? Oh Sana, I genuinely don't remember, because I didn't buy everything at the same time. I bought bits and pieces. Oh, okay, I know this doesn't come with the kitchen, but my pots, these pots from Woolworths, guys, are amazing. These pots from Woolworths are amazing. They're non-stick. I got 4 of them, and there was a 20% discount in January. So I don't know if they're still there. Was it in Jan or Feb? No, in February. was a 20% discount. So I would suggest going, and they come in different colors. I just loved this one. I've been cooking here, you're like crazy. Yeah, and then as I mentioned on the vlog last week, I got these bar stools, which I'm also so excited about. Let me show you properly. There we go. Sorry guys, it's Monday morning, so nothing is really clean in this house. But these are the bar stools. Oh, that's the countertop. These are the bar stools. Yes, bonane. Yeah, those are the bar stools. Let me show you maybe a better view. This is this one. Here they are. There you go. Yeah. So that is a very realistic Monday morning. I haven't done dishes yet, and I haven't made coffee. So I'm quickly just gonna make coffee, do my dishes. I just did my bed. I got new bedding as well, so I just did my bed. Yeah, for those who don't know, I don't work on Mondays. I can tell you guys that now. I don't work on Mondays. Even though my contract was not renewed, they are going to call me on a project basis. So I don't know when they'll call me. But even when I was on contract, I didn't work Mondays and I didn't work Fridays, which is how I got to travel and not lose so much money and leave days and stuff like that. I took out ginger, but I don't feel like ginger. Yeah, let's make coffee. Let's make coffee.
Yeah, 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 yeah. For my good, it's all working for my
Alrighty, let's get into this quick story time of how my relationship has now ended. Oh, Sana, I feel like I'm the closest pagatin. I'm not in the middle. Just move you a little bit too. Yeah, I think that'll be better. There we go. So let me give you all the tea. All right. Firstly, now I think I can share how we met. We met online. I don't know if you remember, there's a vlog. I went out with Pastor T, Tando, my friend, and we were just having a conversation, and she was just like, Matla, you are so serious. She was like, Matla, you are so serious. You never give people proper chances. Like she was saying, well, even at church, I'm very serious, woman of God type of vibe. And not that men are intimidated by that, but like she's kind of seen me brother zone people before. So like someone would say, hi Matle, how are you? And I'll be like, hi Puti unjani. Like I'll really like put it into like mzalane zone. I really don't. I go to spaces, but it seemed like I was there, not like Mdo who's watching me doesn't see that I am praying and available to be approached. Yabo? Because I seem like I have it all together, like, and I do to some extent because of God's grace, but like she was just letting me know that it seemed like my life is full, that I'm not actually open to meeting someone. Yabo? I'm not showing that I'm available and then I can be pursued. So that was our conversation. So after that, I'm a person who doesn't look at my DMs unless it's a DM on Instagram from a lady that's asking about Shinchunji or anything related to like someone asking for like proper assistance, then sharp. But if it's a guy trying to get with me, guys, I don't open male DMs at all. This is good coffee. This is the coffee I got in Zanzibar. This is really, really good coffee. Ooh, nice. Don't get on, Glenn. It's a bit windy. Let me close the window. Needless to say, I took Tando's advice to be more open, and I met my ex on Instagram. He was in my DMs, but he was not, he was reacting. Does that make sense? So I would post something, a picture, a verse, he would react with hearts, in love emojis and stuff like that. But he hadn't actually said anything to me apart from just camping on my stories. He was just camping on my stories. So I clicked on his profile. I liked what I saw. I've told him this, but like I really like his tattoos. He has like an arm tattoo. You've seen the arm, guys. So I sent a very cheeky message and I was like, so you're just gonna look and not say anything? Oh, Mahleza. And he responded, and then that's how we started talking. This is just after I came back from Zim, before I went to Zanzibar, because I saw him for the first time and he asked me to be his girlfriend a day before I went to Zanzibar. If you pay attention to that vlog, you don't see my layover. So I got to Joburg and I slept in Joburg and then only left for Zanzibar the next day. Did not sleep at his place, slept at my friend's place, Lock. So he picked me up from the airport. It was the first time we saw each other face to face. And before that, we had been talking on the phone for like 2 to 3 weeks. Every night, long calls, 6-hour calls, 8-hour calls, 4-hour calls, just getting to know each other. And if you know me, I am very strict. My friends are also asking me, but like, how did this guy get past the principal? Because they call me a principal. But he's an amazing guy, guys. He's a really nice guy. So yeah, that's how we started dating. So when I got to Johannesburg that night, after 3 weeks of talking on the phone and calling each other, getting to know each other, he asked me to be his girlfriend with a PS Nochal. So romantic. with a PS chocolate. And then he lives in Joburg. I don't know if he will put that up, and I was trying not to show that I'm in a long distance relationship. He lives in Johannesburg. So yeah, when he asked me to be his girlfriend, I didn't respond. I just laughed at the fact that he's asking me using a PS. Then I went to sleep with my friends, and then I came back, picked me up in the morning, took me out to the airport. That's when then I said, listen, the only way I'm saying yes to this relationship is if we see each other once a month. I'm working, you're working. We can make time for me to come to Joburg or you to come to Cape Town. We can even do two times a month, to be honest. If you get what I mean. If I budget for a trip and you budget for a trip monthly, then we're good, type of vibe. But my condition to being his girlfriend and doing long distance was we see each other once a month. Okay, so please hold on to that because that's very important. So yeah, that's November. December, he comes to Cape Town for the whole month of December. So this is where things get a little bit rocky. Mind you, when I came back from Zanzibar, we went to church together. So I'd invited him to my church, but the Joburg branch. So he went to the Joburg branch because he was looking for a church. He had just left a church that he was serving at and looking for a church. So I invited him to Joburg church. He went, he loved it. Amazing. Called me afterwards, was sharing the word. I was excited. I said, this is it. This is it. I don't have to move churches even. I love this for us. Auntie. So he goes to church. He loves it while I'm before I went to Zanzibar, sorry. I get back from Zanzibar. On that day, I land in Johannesburg. He's like, why don't we go to your church before you catch your connecting flight from Joburg to Cape Town? We landed around 2 o'clock from Zanzibar. My connecting flight was leaving at 8:30. Church in Johannesburg is an evening service. Starts at 5 p.m. Sana dropped off all my bags for the connecting flight already before going to church. In Randburg. Church was in Randburg in Joburg at the time. Picks me up, I drop off my bags, we go to church. Enjoy the service, praise and worship. When we get to the word now, there's testimonies, and Umfundisi is moving very slow. Like the service was moving so slow because we had planned to leave then at 7. But at 7, the sermon hadn't started. Oh! I think at 7 the sermon started. Yeah, but things were just running late. But we were enjoying the service, and once we stayed through the sermon, we enjoyed the sermon. He was getting stuff, I was getting stuff. I was just like, you know what, Lord, if we miss a flight, we miss a flight. But this word was so good and so timely for me, and I believe for him as well, because we kept on looking at each other. And I'm like, what are we going to do? And then he was like, no, let's stay longer, let's stay longer. Those are some of the things I really liked about him and attracted me to him. And then eventually, I think at 7, when Umfundisi was like going down, like trying to wrap up, then we left. Got on the plane, rushed to OR Tambo. I have no idea how we made it from Randburg to OR Tambo, and I did not miss my flight. But before we got to the airport, we got into the car. The service was so good that we left just as they were starting to pray and wrap up, and got to the car, and I was like, I want to continue praying. So I continued praying, and then he was praying as well. Played some worship music. We prayed all the way to OR Tambo. I'm telling you, in the car while he's driving. Get there, I say goodbye, and I leave. This man is and was and is a gentleman. He opens every single door. When I say every single door, he opens every single door. And then he had told me this, that he's going to open every single door for me, because that's just basics. And he still did that when we were even in a rush. He still did all the things that he normally does. And then I left. I came back to Cape Town and we were good. I had a boyfriend. I think that's when I did the video. I didn't post the video that day, but I did the video that day of us holding hands at the airport. And I posted it on TikTok. So the relationship had been good. Everything was fine. He comes to Cape Town the whole of December into the new year. Now, while he was here, I really struggled with the fact that he's in town and I'm unable to see him. He was here for work, okay? Not work really, but a work holiday. He's really in a great company where kind of like their CEO, managing directors take them out as employees to Cape Town for the whole of December, book them a place, they can bring their family, their wives, their kids, they stay together at this golf course. And there's different itineraries for each day, for the kids and for the grown-ups, for the women and for the men, like golf and spas, and kids go to the aquarium. Like, it's beautiful, it really is beautiful. But the expectation is, if you are on this trip, you are attending everything. You can't have your own December. Do you get what I mean? So I don't know if he didn't have time or wasn't making time for me. And that was heartbreaking. He would be like, I'm at Century City, or I'm at the waterfront, or I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm like, you are here. You literally are here. And we're not spending time together. You're not making time to see me. Like, there's no way you're busy 24 hours a day. Like, there's no way. Granted, there was some other things that were happening, but I was just feeling like, son, I'm spending December and my man is in town and I'm not able to see him. So he moved things around because I was just like, this is not okay. Like, genuinely, this is not okay. We had said we're gonna see each other once a month, and it's December and you're gonna leave without seeing me. Like, that's not what we spoke about. And I was trying to be patient and understanding, but I truly do believe if he wants to, he will. Like, yeah. So he comes through. We plan this date on an evening where it's not that busy. Granted, I also had to go to the Eastern Cape during December, but I went for a week and a half, if not a week. I remember the day I left and I was driving to the Eastern Cape, he was landing. Crazy business. So our schedules were always just clashing. Very, like, always clashing. Then I came back, and then that's when we actually went on our first date, like an actual first date. He picks me up. That's the date that you guys see. That's the first time you see him on the channel. We went on our first date. Do we not get into a fight in a restaurant? Everyone was saying, Guti, yo, Mahle, you're laughing, you're a gone girl. Sana, I was, and this is why I always said, I'm not a gone girl, I'm sober-minded. But please know that what people choose to show you online is what they choose to show you online. Because how that night ended and what was edited into the vlog is different. And not because I'm lying, but because that's a private part, you know, of my life. But our first date was great and amazing at Bloberg. Sana, we had an argument. The argument was about scripture, which is why me and my friends and my pastor did not think this was a big thing. So the argument was relating to the reason we sin. So my conviction is some things come from the Lord, some things come from you, some things are influenced by the enemy. So not everything that I think is good, nor is it evil. Sometimes it's my desires. Do you get what I'm saying? And his argument was, no, it's either God or the enemy. There's no me in between. There's no my desires. Because he says, because we are born in God's image, everything that comes from him, his thoughts and whatnot, therefore are the thoughts of God, because we are in God's image. Do you get what I mean? And I then was arguing that's not true, because the Bible tells us his ways are higher than our ways and his thoughts are higher than our thoughts. So not everything that comes from me is from God, nor sometimes is it from the enemy. Does that make sense? The Bible says the Lord weighs the heart of men. So there is something in my heart that is of my desires. Do you get what I mean? So that's where the debate was. Then it spiraled out of control into, like, I'm like, for instance, greed Greed doesn't come from God, doesn't come from the enemy. It's a desire of humankind that is to have more than they actually need, or do you understand? Just excessiveness of it. And that's when everything going crazy in the restaurant, where he's like, what is greed? So I'm explaining greed to him. He's like, that's not greed. He wants to acquire more. And as a black man working in the industry that he's in, he wants to succeed. He wants to have more. He wants to have more than he needs, more than do you get what I mean? And then I'm like, until what point? Until what? And then it went into a thing of like, do they not trust God to provide? Because he was like, he wants to set up his kids for a better future. And I'm like, yeah, you can still do that, but not be greedy about it and want excessively more to take away from others just for your own gain. Do you get? And then I'm like, also, that for me says you don't trust God to provide for your future children like he has provided for you. You're trying to control God's provision for the future generation. There's nothing wrong with setting them up for success, but when it becomes excessive, greed is sinful. So Sana, I'm telling you, we got into a very heated debate to a point whereby I raised my voice and he would be like, you're raising your voice, can you please keep it down? So I think he said that twice, because I was just so confused that how do you think, why, sometimes I was just so confused as to that's his doctrine. Does that make sense? So by the time we got back into the car, I still was holding his hand and trying to make it clear that yes, we're in disagreement about this, but that doesn't mean this is a deal breaker. Does that make sense? So that was our first argument and first fight. I remember telling my friend Unam, she was like, to me, that's a cute fight to have. You're fighting about the word of God. That is a cute fight to have. Rather that than crazy things. So I got back home that night and he was concerned that I'm just going to disappear and I'm going to ghost him after that. And I was just reassuring him that no, I'm not going to disappear. I'm not going to ghost you, because this is very early on in our relationship. And I was just saying to him some of the things that he was saying I don't appreciate, and oh, my bitch is gonna die. So we got into a situation where I love this. Let me just tell you how he resolved it. He said, okay, cool, we're not in agreement about this, and it's important in terms of how we want to create wealth and how we want to raise children and things like that. So I'm like, yeah, I don't agree with your notion, because then you're going to tell me everything that's in your head comes from God, and that's not true. That's not true. So, or everything that's in your heart. And I remember thinking to myself, but the Bible says the heart above all is deceitful. Who can comprehend it? That has nothing to do with God or Satan. It's your heart is human, because we are born in sin, in a fallen world. But Sana, for the life of me, when we were having that debate, I had zero scriptures. I had zero scripture references. Even now, as I'm saying them to you, I know them. But at the time, I was more in my emotions and upset that this is even a conversation, dude. But anyway, so he's like, okay, we're not in agreement. Go read scripture. I'll go read scripture. Because he brought up Solomon, a man who was very, very wealthy. That they couldn't even count his wealth. And then I was like, yeah, but when God asked Solomon, what does he want? He asked for wisdom, not for money. There's a difference. So his heart posture was different. So we had those debates, Kesan. I'm kind of worried that my battery is going to die. I've been talking for 16 minutes now here. But yeah, he resolves the debate or argument by saying, okay, you go read scripture, I'll go read scripture, then we'll come together and discuss it. And if we're still in disagreement, then we have to now, early on in this relationship, bring in someone who's going to counsel us and help us, because we are, dating with intentionality and with the hopes of getting married one day. So we need a mediator, someone. I was like, sharp. Get home, I pray about it, and I was actually very upset. Pray about it. That's when all the scriptures came back. I read my Bible. It was like, this is what I was referring to, but it wasn't coming at the time during the argument. So I let it go, but I wait for him to be like, okay, cool, let's have this chat. But he was busy with work. It's December. I also didn't want to dampen the mood with another argument. The next day he calls me, good morning, Standwa. We talk like nothing happened. And I was worried, Uguti, how are things gonna be the next day? Because it was tense. Even from his side, it was tense. So he was fine. He's like, nope, we'll move on. We have our resolve. We'll come back and whatnot. So we continued. Not that we were avoiding it, but we continued. Our relationship be like, you read your word, I'll read mine. And at some point, we'll come back and resolve this. Continue Kesana. He does his thing with his colleagues and family and stuff. And I do my thing. But even with that, I'm just like, I want to spend time with you. You are here. And then then our second argument happens. He then says they're gonna come to my church for crossover service. Now I hadn't seen him in so long, like time had passed since our first date because he's busy with work. And then I'm like, okay. So he comes to church for crossover service. They don't stay too long. I don't know because they had fireworks planned for the whole company somewhere else. So I don't actually remember how long he stayed to crossover. Now, mind you, in December, then we just met each other for that date. That makes sense? We just met each other for that one date. And he was here and I was here. So I'm already feeling some type of way because that I'll come to Joburg, you come to Cape Town for a weekend so we can just spend time together hasn't happened. To me, it hasn't happened because you just happened to be in Cape Town for work and we just went out on one date. To me, that's not spending time together and getting to know each other deeper. You get what I mean? So I'm feeling some type of way about that a little bit, but I'm trying to be understanding. And then he says to me, him and his colleagues are leaving on Wednesday. And I'm like, you can't leave on Wednesday because we haven't spent our time together at all. He's like, no, they have a meeting on Saturday in Johannesburg that they can't miss. And I'm like, sir, you are not leaving. We had said we're seeing each other and spending time together. You were here for work. You were not here for our relationship. So make a plan. So this is when we get into our second argument where I say, because he's relentless now, Guti, he has to go, he has these meetings, he can't escape it. Work is very important. Work is this, work is that, work is that. And then I'm like, then where do I fit in this situation? Where does our relationship take priority? And then, yeah, so we get into like a heated thing where I'm just like, no, I told you when we were talking that I want something that is very intentional. And intention means you keep your word and you make time for me. Like, make time for me. I'm making time for you. I'm working. You guys know how much I travel for work back and forth. I'm working and I'm making time. I'm availing myself. But you're just prioritizing other things. Other things. All I'm asking for is one weekend a month. And we're struggling to give me one weekend a month because you're that busy. So when he says he's leaving with his colleagues because on Wednesday, because he has this meeting on Friday in Johannesburg, I said, sir, make a plan. Make a plan. And I remember having a conversation of being like, you know what, I didn't realize your work was this demanding and like that's just how things are. Like, you're not gonna work around it, you're not gonna make time, you're not gonna prioritize me, you're not gonna do all these things. So I think maybe we're moving way too fast, and because we're dating intentionally for marriage, I think maybe we're rushing things and maybe we need to slow things down a little bit, because I wasn't aware that your work was this demanding and I'm feeling very neglected right now. Oh, Sana, did that not spiral? That conversation spiraled. He got so defensive because in his head, he registered when it's not convenient for me. When it's not convenient for me, I'm backing out. Or I'm lukewarm because things are difficult right now. And he doesn't want to be with someone who's just, when things get hard, is just going to leave or take a step back. And I'm like, no, but we are dating. The point of dating is to know if this person is compatible with you, your values align, your characters align, and stuff like that. And being valued and being prioritized in a relationship is very important to me. And now I'm noticing a pattern of where you are not doing that, even though that's what you said you would do in the initial stages of this relationship. And I'm feeling like I'm still single when now I'm in a relationship. And long distance is not that hard if you just choose that this weekend you're staying and you're coming to Cape Town. Or this weekend might come to Cape Town. But every weekend there's something that comes up that's more important than me. And part of dating is figuring those things out. And now that I've realized that you're continuously choosing your work over me, I want to take things slow and protect myself. Because I'm getting more invested and I'm actually getting disappointed. Plans are being cancelled on. On the phone would be like, hi, how are you? I'm good. Oh, sorry, my love. I have to take this meeting. Gone. Then I'll see him tomorrow. Not even see him, hear from him tomorrow morning. And that's a hello. So I remember there was this time where I'm like, I'm not doing okay mentally. I'm crashing emotionally. I'm not okay. And this man responded the next day, midday. And when he's responding, he's like, hi, I saw your message. Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm not okay. This. And he's like, oh, sorry, I have to go. I'm getting another call. I'm getting a work call. Gone. So he was so busy to be in a relationship. He is busy to be in a relationship, I believe. So in my head, I'm like, what was if that was an emergency? That to me said, I can't rely on this man because this man will always prioritize his work over me. Because I literally, that text was a cry for help. And it sounded like a cry for help. And he just wasn't there. And was there not even the morning, midday after that. But that's neither here or there. But he did make a plan. He literally flew. This was so heartwarming for me. This is Jan now. He literally flew with his colleagues back home and then took the next flight and came back to Cape Town. So his colleagues did not know that he was back in Cape Town. And he was working remotely during that time. But he still needed to be in Johannesburg for that Saturday meeting. So he only left on Saturday morning, but was here then that Wednesday night, Thursday, Friday, and then left Saturday. I was the happiest during that time, didn't call it in, because I had my man here. I was so happy because I had the best time with him. I had a really good time with him. This is when we went on our month anniversary to Bobo's for dinner and spend time together. Little T, Ulondiwe was still at home at that time, so he stayed at Ulondiwe's place and I kind of Airbnb'd it, if that makes sense. So yeah, we spent time together that day. That's when he bought me some really nice stuff, like the shoes, the hat. No, the hat he had got to me already, like the watch and everything else. And then we got ready, we went to church for prayer. He met Pastor J, and that's when also Pastor J, I told Pastor J about that first argument that we had, and Pastor J was like, it's so early on to be having such deep conversations. Not that it's not important, but get the friendship right, because now so many things are going to be lost in translation because you guys don't know where this is coming from. You don't know why Mahle believes this. I don't know why you believe that, because we don't know each other yet. So Pastor J was like, pause those conversations for now. Actually get to know the person, get to know the character, build a friendship first, so that when these conversations come up where you're not on the same page, you know where the intention is coming from, how this person grew up and why they read scripture the way they read scripture. That was great advice. I told him, he was in agreement. Happiness. Ding. So where are we now in the story? Oh, he comes to church, meets Pastor J for the first time, well, face to face, because before that he had been going to church in Joburg and visited the Cape Town church, I think 2 times. I said, this is daughter, guys. I don't think this video is going to be this long, to be honest with you. Like, why are we almost at 30 minutes now telling the story? I'm going to try and quickly sum it up. Because we're trying to get to the breakup, ne? Where are we? Me supposed to Jay, we're going out dinner. This is Jan, ne? Jan, we're going out dinner. We have a great time, come back. The next day, drive him to the airport. He leaves. The Saturday, I mean. He leaves, this is January. Jan was good for us, right? He didn't come back end of Jan, because to me, that was December time. Ne? That was December our time. But also it was good for him and for me to, I actually verbalized that if you're here for work, you're not here for me. So you need to come back for me if you're in Cape Town for work, so we can spend time, because you being here and me on standby as to when you might be available for me is not good enough. But anyway, February comes along. I start sharing with him how it is very important for me to spend Valentine's with you. And I really articulate the fact that it's not about money. It's not about spending on me. I miss you. Like, I genuinely miss you and want to spend time with you. And I was struggling with long distance, guys. I didn't think I would, because I'd been single for so long. So I thought, I'm used to my own company. I'm used to staying alone. In fact, I was more worried, how am I gonna welcome someone else into my space and my time, because I'd been so single for so long. But instead, the opposite happened. I was like, why am I feeling like I'm a single person while I'm in a relationship? I want to talk to this man about things as they happen. I don't want to recap my life for him. I want to do life with him. Do you get? So I struggled to do long distance, and I had done long distance before a while ago, like 2016, 2017. But at that time, my life was also on a grind. It was early on in my career. So I was busy. Now I'm more stable, more accomplished, more, settled down in my career. So if I, like I was saying, I don't work Mondays and Fridays. I'm free. So I've kind of worked my life, and I have my car, I have my house, I have my church, my people, to be ready to welcome a person. Does that make sense? There's room for someone in my life. And now that there was someone, that room that I wanted to fill with a boyfriend was now, the boyfriend is there, but that room is not being filled because he's not here. So I struggled with that quite a bit, where I'm just like, I still feel single. And the fact that even though it was long distance, he was such a busy, he went to Nigeria, I think 3 times because of work in the span of our relationship, because he was that busy. And that, guys, it was a lot. It was a lot trying to navigate time for one another. On his side, anyway, I believe. So February comes along, and I had been sharing with the time that we do get to talk between his busy schedule, that listen, I really care about Valentine's. I've been single for like 11 years, and I want to just be seen on Valentine's and appreciated on Valentine's, and I want to just spend time with you. I haven't seen you since Jan, and now we're going into February. It's been over a month since I'd seen him. So Valentine's, I was like, please, let's just like try and make it work and be together and stuff like that. And I would send him like ideas and be like, oh, we could go dinner here, we could do this here, we could do that here. I remember he wanted to do those Atlantic Dunes biking things. I was like, that's an option. I started looking into those. They were fully booked on Valentine's, but I was trying to be like, even though he's busy to plan something, I'm planning my own Valentine's because he's busy to do it. I'm gonna do it. That's sad. But I was like, I'm trying to be understanding. He's busy. But even that, I was just like, you know what? yeah, let me just leave it for now. So he comes to Cape Town during Valentine's week. This is where things crumbled. I think I need to charge my phone because I'm scared it's gonna die. And I'm recording with it. Let's get the laptop and charge it. Ne? Then I will talk about what happened during Valentine's week when the relationship ended. Okay, I have just made another cup of coffee. I did not froth my milk this time around. And yes, like I suspected, the battery did die. Okay, where were we in the story? Valentine's week. So he comes to Cape Town Valentine's week. Okay, first of all, he was here for mining indaba, for work again, ne? So not for me. From our last argument about when he's here for work, do all the work stuff, and then come back for our time. Okay, that was our last argument, but also our last resolve over this thing. Sharp. So now he's here for mining indaba, and in my head, I'm registering. I remember saying to him, I need to register in my head that you're not here for me. So if I see you, it's a nice to have, but to not expect to see you. Okay? That was literally ringing in my head this whole time. Like, you're not seeing him. He's here, but you're not seeing him. So that I can be sane in the head. Okay? That weekend, before he comes, he's busy preparing for mining indaba. I'm unable to reach him. They have some delegates from Nigeria that are coming that they need to impress, investors and so forth and so forth. Strategies that they need to put together at work, whatever. He gets here on the Monday, sends me some pictures of himself because, yeah, cutesy coupley things. And I see that he's here, and automatically my heart is just like excited. But I was just really going through a tough time that week. I don't know what was happening. I think it was also just thinking that my contract is about to end. Lord, what is the plan? What's happening? And also I really do struggle with purpose within my current job. I make TV ads. I don't see how that is adding anything or any value to the world. And having been in the industry for over 10 years, I see how disruptive advertising can get. And can be, and my industry is very toxic. When I started the industry, people were doing coke lines in the bathroom, and that was normal. But yes, I'm not in that kind of agency now. I've scaled down to a smaller agency, but I still lack purpose in the work that I do. So I was just really like praying about it and trying to figure out, what should I be doing next? Should I do social media full time? Should I go back to the wig business? But I was just not fulfilled with my job, and trying to figure out if everything in your life is supposed to be fulfilling, or do other things are just there for, revenue and money. They don't have to have a bigger picture, and you just need to shine in that corner and do your work in excellence unto the honor, like the glory of God. Or if every single area of our lives needs to have this bigger purpose to it that is fulfilling, but also realizing that I could be in purpose, but just because it doesn't feel like it doesn't mean I'm misaligned. Does that make sense? So, but that week I was just going through a lot of just like, well, what's your plan? What's your plan? So I was really vulnerable emotionally, and I just really wanted a companionship. And that's the reason people get into relationships, for companionship. Oh, son, I did not get that week. Yeah. I did not get that week at all. At all. The weekend before that, I was trying to reach him. He was not available. Available here and there. And then he came and he was still not available here and there. That's when I think I sent that message, like crying out for help, being like, I'm not doing okay, like I'm crashing out mentally, emotionally, I'm not okay. Like I was so emotional, I was just going through it. And the next day, And his response was literally that, to go to, hey, I saw your thingy, and then I think a call came through and he was gone. He was gone, just like that. Oh, this is so good. I think I want to add honey actually. But he was gone. So the whole mining in Daba week was just really bad for me, but also for him, because work was not going according to what they had planned and strategized for these investors, and he was under a lot of pressure from partners and stuff. On Wednesday, the Wednesday of Valentine's Day, he sends me a message. No, he calls me actually at work. I'm very surprised that I'm even getting a call. Like, I'm surprised, genuinely. Like, oh, he's calling, he has time for me. Imagine. So I answer the call and he's in need of a car. Essentially, because of whatever was happening at work, the car that they had hired, they had to give it to other people in the company to use it, so he needs a car. He was just asking me if I can help him just look at rental car places while he jumps into a meeting. So I say to him, for how long do you need the car? He's like, no, it's Wednesday today, we'll drop it off on Thursday, tomorrow, which is when they're going back to Joburg. Now, I'm hearing about this for the very first time, that he's going back to Joburg on Thursday. Because the plan was, even if his colleagues are leaving, he's going to be in Cape Town so that we can have Valentine's together on the Saturday. So I'm hearing this for the first time, but he's frantic, he's busy. I'm like, let's not address it now, let's try and solve the problem. He needs a car. So at first I'm like, you guys are leaving tomorrow? Like, okay, so where are you staying? Like, have you sorted out your accommodation up until like Saturday night or Sunday morning? Like, because you're here with me, that was the plan, that we're spending Valentine's Day together. So now I'm like, okay, fine, let me lend you my car, because it's Valentine's Day, it's summer in Cape Town, it's design in mining in Daba. Car rental places are all fully booked, and you will need to pay a deposit and for just one night, like 24 hours. It's fine, just take my car, send me some Uber money, and then I'll just drop the car at where your hotel, I'll Uber home, and then I'll come back to the office and you can just give me the car. Sharp. I go, guys, I drop off the car at his hotel. He looks bad. Like, he looks sleep deprived. He looks like he's been having a very rough time. Laptop email, and I call them because that's how I'm charging this phone. Sorry, guys. There we go. Cool. He looks horrible. He looks sleep deprived. He doesn't look good at all. But I also don't think I looked good that day because I was going. So I literally wasn't people who are in a relationship who are seeing each other after like a month and a half or a month and odd. Because I looked at him, he looked at me, and then I'm like, how are you? He's like, I have a meeting to rush to. Things are really bad. Things are falling apart. Yeah, I have to rush back. And I was like, okay, here are the car keys. Gave him a hug, and he was gone, and I was gone. Yeah, and then I forgot my house keys in the with like the batch of keys, car keys, and then he came to the waterfront and dropped off my house keys, and then he was gone. The next day he calls me around 9 a.m. And he's like, hey, they've just booked our flights for 11, so can you please meet me at the airport so I can give you the car? At first I'm taken aback. I'm like, why are you not returning the car? Why must I go to Uber to the airport to get my car? Like, I brought it to you. But then I reasoned with myself and I'm like, well, he needed the car because he was with his colleagues and they had meetings to go to, so maybe he didn't want, yeah, like how was he gonna do it? Move from the hotel in town to the airport, and then like how, yeah, he was not gonna drive with the car with his colleagues to me, and then I drive them all to the airport. Like, that's just weird and unprofessional. So that's how I reasoned it in my head. But now that I think about it, that's not okay. But anyway, I wake up, I get ready, I get an Uber, I go to the airport. He, at 10 minutes past 10, sends me a message to say, I've left your keys and the car at the valet. This man did not even wait for me to get to the airport. I get to the valet at 13 minutes past 10. Couldn't wait 3 minutes to just see my face, to say goodbye. Ayang hag nyana. And also, I'm just like, what? Anyway, I take the car, I leave. I'm actually disheartened at this point because I'm also just like, just let it go. He's had a hectic week. Be understanding, be patient. It's fine. Come back home. I had like an appointment to get an install done and my nails done. And I just remember being like, I don't think Valentine's is happening because he's gone. I genuinely don't think Valentine's is happening because he's gone. So I can stay with my old nails and I don't have to install because I do like my hair like this. But I wanted to look nice for Valentine's. Even if we were gonna stay at the house or like I was gonna cook or whatever the case might be, like I wanted to look good for myself but also for Valentine's and for my man. But now, because of how that whole car exchange, I remember saying to him, like, dude, like, you couldn't even wait for me. He's like, no, I had to rush. I had stuff to check in. The plane was leaving at 11, so he didn't have much time to check in his stuff and da. But I'm trying to be understanding even there, because I'm like, okay, he was late. Like, yo, guys. But the gist of it, I'm feeling very neglected. And you can tell me in the comments if I was expecting too much. I'm open to, like, I'm really open to stuff like that. I'm not gonna catch feelings. Oh, why did it go dark? Oh, I think the sun is leaving us now. Maybe I should come close. Or is the battery dying? One of the two. Where was I in the story? I think it's getting darker. Is it just me? Okay. I think that's better if the light is changing. So now I decide I'm not gonna get my nails done. I'm not gonna get my hair done. I'm just gonna leave it and just see what he's gonna say about Valentine's, because he's gone. And I just heard about the first time that he's leaving yesterday. So I get to the house, I chill a little bit. He lands in Joburg, he gives me a call. Guys, I kid you not, at this call, he's just venting about how everything went horrible during mining in Daba, and then he asks me, Uti, I saw that, like, you know, you weren't okay. What was going on? To be honest with you, I was over it by then. Like, I was genuinely over it. And I say, no, you didn't get proper sleep. You're tired. I mean, he was telling me everything that had happened, and it was really horrible. There was a time where they slept in the car because of some issues that were happening with the delegates that they brought from Nigeria and not having accommodation. So some of them had to sleep in Pal, like last minute things had to be arranged, and they ended up having to lose their hotel rooms for them. So it was really bad. So as he's talking, he's getting upset, and, you know, he's venting and all these things that, you know, everything that went wrong, could go wrong, went wrong, essentially. And now he's trying to, like, make me not feel like he's not there for me, but he couldn't be there for me when I needed him at the time. So now he's asking me 2 days later. For real, for real. Like, I saw you weren't okay, what was going on? And I'm like, no, it's fine. You're tired and you had a hectic week, so you just got back, take a nap, and maybe we'll catch up like at night or something. So this is like midday on the Thursday when he lands. Sharp game, quiet. In the evening we don't talk, at night we don't talk, I believe. Then the next day, it's Friday now, and I'm like, no, actually, I'm lying. In that call, when he landed in Johannesburg, he does say, or I asked, what's happening then for Valentine's? And then he's like, he had to go. Yeah, he had to go. I'm pretty sure he gave me a reason why he had to leave. I can't recall it right now, or I didn't find it as a valid reason to leave. But he left nonetheless. And then I was like, I don't know how we're gonna make Valentine's work because he's gone. And I'm like, I don't work Friday, which would have been tomorrow, the next day, sorry. I don't work Friday, so I can come to Johannesburg. My friends have an apartment that they are Airbnb-ing, so I'll stay there. So I can come to Johannesburg. And then he's like, okay, cool, great. I'm happy, like now that that's solved. Now I'm also happy that's solved. So I sleep Thursday night into Friday. Friday morning, quiet, nothing about flights. I'm like, should I pack? Should I go get my nails done? Should I still go get my install? But this man is quiet. He's not saying anything about flights or like flight options or like what time I can land there, when he can pick me up. It's Friday morning. Hey, around like midday or 1, then I ask, I'm like, hello, what's cooking oil? I think it was on a call. Yes, it was on a call. Then he says on that call, hey, I was thinking maybe you come Saturday morning. So Friday is out. So Saturday morning and then leave on Sunday. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I was thinking you come here Saturday morning. That's Valentine's Day. We'll spend the day together, and then you leave Sunday. I'm like, well, I don't work Mondays either, so I could leave Monday. That's also fine, just to extend my time there. I'm trying to find a solution here, guys. Zamugba, solution driven. And then he says, yeah, I'm going to Nigeria Sunday. Yes, the deal was like kind of like horrible in mining Indaba, but we've come up with a strategy, whatever, to try and win back the business that we lost in Cape Town. So I need to be in Nigeria. I'm leaving for Nigeria on Sunday. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll fly in first thing Saturday morning, so we can spend the day together Saturday, and then I'll leave Sunday. Or maybe Sunday after church, Joburg church, or whatever, but I'll leave Sunday. Cool. So I'm like, if you're going to Nigeria, I know you guys have long meetings, strategy plans before you travel for how to attain business, like presentations and preparations and all of that stuff. Will you have time on Saturday? And then he's like, yeah, like, yo, it's so busy. Even now, getting vaccines for some of my colleagues and who have never been there. I'm like, yeah, but will you guys, I need to finish the story because phone dead again. Is charging now. I even went to make pancakes because this is becoming longer than it should be. But I'm really gonna wrap it up now. Now we are on Friday, right? He says, let's get you to Johannesburg tomorrow. I say, but will you have time for me? Because when you guys are about to travel, you are very busy. Preparing, strategizing, putting things together. Like, I myself can't get a hold of you when you're about to travel, when I'm in Cape Town. So, how busy are you going to be on Saturday? Will you have time for me? This man says, I'm not sure. Like, what do you mean you're not sure? I'm gonna fly from Cape Town in the morning to spend Valentine's with you, and you're telling me you're not sure if you're gonna have time for me. So I'm just so confused by this. I said to him, I'll get back to him if I'm coming or not. So now I'm sitting here and I'm like, no man, this doesn't make sense. How am I begging my boyfriend to spend time with me? What? So I sent him a text, still trying to be understanding. And I say, okay, cool. You're going to be busy on Saturday, but will you have 2 hours at least for like either lunch or like dinner? So now I'm just like, fine, get the whole day in Joburg, wait for midday or like dinner so we could spend time together on Valentine's. This man says, literally texts that he cannot promise that he will have 2 hours to spend with me. So I'm like, so your expectation is that I leave my house, fly to Johannesburg, and be on standby just in case you have time for me. Even when you do have time for me, you're not sure that you can give me 2 hours of your time. I lost it, guys. I said, absolutely not. He's like, yeah, he's sorry, but he can't promise. I said, I'm not coming. Shaputi. I'm not coming to Johannesburg to just sit and wait for when someone can fit me into their schedule. Guys, on Valentine's Day, I've been single for 11 years, and the first Valentine's Day, I've never had a Valentine's Day. Even when I did date people before that 11 years, I'd never had a Valentine's Day. So for me, this was big, and I communicated how important this is, not just about the day itself, but like what it means for me. But leave the Valentine's Day part out of it. You can't spend 2 hours with your girlfriend after she's flown to spend the day with you. You can't guarantee me lunch. You can't guarantee me dinner. You say, I can't promise anything. So there's a possibility of me just chilling. And you're leaving this Sunday. Guys, I said, sorry, but I'm not coming. Now I'm like disappointed, obviously. So he's like saying, I just need to be understanding. Because his work is very unpredictable. Like he didn't know that he has to go to Nigeria. Like he has meetings even now. Like there's a 7 p.m. meeting that was not originally there. His work is like based on rooms of opportunity, and he has to always grab those. So I'm just like, this is what I was talking about in December, when I was just like, I didn't realize your work was this demanding, and therefore we should move things a little bit slower. But he was upset by that, seeing it as if I'm not committed enough. And now I'm realizing, well, no, it's not even that. It's because he's not making time for me. He's choosing not to make time for me. So I'm just sitting there being like, this is crazy. This is crazy. And I'm thinking to myself, companies fire people. Some companies go bankrupt. Shouldn't your investment be with someone you're going to have there for the rest of your life? Jobs come and go, but a spouse is there forever when you're a believer. So shouldn't your efforts be directed there? When you're sick, when you're retired, there, the person's going to raise your children there. Shouldn't your focus be directed there? And I'm not saying work is not important. Don't get me wrong. but more important than the person you're in a relationship with, like your relationship cannot go on pause. I remember saying this, I'm like, the relationship can't go on pause just because work is there, because work is always gonna be there. So I was just like upset, well, not even upset, I was disappointed. So I just end the conversation with, I'm not coming to Johannesburg for that, for you to, when you have a gap to fit me in. So that's Friday. Valentine's, I wake up and I'm in a good mood and I'm like, Lord, I'm disappointed. There's nothing I can do about it, but let's see what we can do. I don't want to wallow and sit here. And my last conversation with him was also like, I don't have anything else to say because I don't want to say anything that's gonna come out wrong. Like I don't want to upset. I really did not want to say anything I was gonna regret. So that was, I think, the last thing I said. Let me just stop there. Saturday, wake up, call Clem, call Lond. I'm like, what are you doing? They're like, nothing. Yeah, they were all in bed, just like I was. So I was like, let's go into a wine farm and have a good time and have a picnic and just chill as girls and catch up because we always have a great time together. So we have our Valentines. In the morning, he sends me a text. I don't respond because I'm like, you are going to ruin my day. And I'm trying not to focus on the fact that we were not together on Valentine's. So let me just focus on today. Sends me a text, I don't respond. And also I'm upset. Like, I'm disappointed. So I don't want to talk to you. And I said I don't want to talk to you because I don't want to say anything that I'm going to regret. So he calls midday while I'm with the girls. I don't pick up. But also, I'm still thinking, because this man sends me flowers. I'm still thinking I'm going to get home to like, oh, your delivery is on the way. Like some form of like, I'm sorry we couldn't spend time together, or I'm so sorry. Do you get? But happy Valentine's Day, Tano. None of that. He does nothing for Valentine's Day. On top of the disappointment I'm already feeling. I got home. I spent the day with the girls, like the evening with the girls here at my place, and next, guys, nothing comes through. At 11, just after 11 p.m., he sends me a message that says, so is this how we're going to deal with things moving forward? Like, you're just not going to talk to me, something like that. And I'm like, you're concerned about the fact that I'm not talking to you on Valentine's Day? You're focused on the wrong thing. Why am I not talking to you? And now you're fixating on one thing that I'm doing instead of focusing on the issue. The issue here is that I'm not feeling valued or prioritized or being seen in this relationship. You're dating me out of convenience, but you're going to focus on the fact that I'm not talking to you on this day when you know why I'm not talking to you and you're not trying to fix that. Oh, Sana. So my response is, I told you in our last conversation that I don't have anything to say to you. And also, you focus on the wrong thing, that I'm not talking to you today instead of why I'm not talking to you today. Then he responds, so something like, so I'm the one who's been blue ticking you all day, right? Correct? I lost it, guys. That condescending tone, that's not apologetic. That's not, I'm so sorry. What did you do with the girl? None of that. So that's when I got angry. Mahle now is angry. Sunday morning, I'm at church and it's playing in my head this condescending tone of like, so I'm the one who's blue ticking you, right? Correct? So I respond with a 4-minute voice note. Hi guys, I'm not even going to sugarcoat this. I was angry. Before that, I was disappointed and hurt. Now I'm angry. I say in this voice note, dude, you're worried about the wrong thing here. I don't understand why I continuously have to beg for your attention as my boyfriend, for you to choose me over work. And I say to him, you did absolutely jack for Valentine's. Sharp, yeah, you weren't here. Sharp, I couldn't go there, which is also crazy that you didn't even have 2 hours for me. But you're not doing anything for Valentine's is crazy to me. Then I address that message. I'm like, this message you just sent is condescending and I don't like it. Please fix how you talk to me, because you don't talk to me like that. And I'm upset now. I'm like, you are making me angry. Whereby before I was disappointed and just looking at our relationship as a whole, but now I am upset. Now I'm upset. So I say stuff like that in the voice notes. I'm not cussing him out. I'm upset though. Like, you see how I'm talking? I'm like, dude, like, you did absolutely nothing for Valentine's Day. You did jack for Valentine's Day. Even though, like, you know how much that's important to me, and I spoke to you about this. That was my tone. Send the voice note on Sunday. Yeah, I sent it at 7:17 as I got to church in the parking lot. I go into church, fully distracted during the service. Fully distracted. My mind, like, my anger kept on building up to be like, hey, Bomahle, how did I find myself in this situation where I'm begging someone for attention? What? What? So that's Sunday. So that whole service, shame. And the Holy Spirit was moving, and you can see that the Holy Spirit is moving, but I'm not there. I wasn't there. I keep on going back and forth, everything, rethinking everything that just happened. Like, what? But Monday comes by, Sunday ends, he listens to the voice notes, he doesn't say anything. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I check, he posted a story on his Instagram. I look at the story, he's back from Nigeria. I don't even know if he left for Nigeria, remember? Or not, but he looks like he's back and he's shopping. He ghosts me, guys. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now it's a whole week of this man ghosting me. This is when on Monday, sit down with myself, prayed, and I remember on one of the videos I called him Boaz, and something in my heart was like, read about Boaz. So I started reading the book of Ruth. As I'm reading, the book of Ruth literally has like 4, if not 5 chapters. It's easy to finish. I read. If we have Proverbs 31 woman to look at, I would urge that man have Boaz to look at as an example of how to court and husband correctly. And I was looking at that and looking at my relationship and realizing so many things that I wasn't getting, that are important to me, that I kind of was too understanding about. And I think I was, because I'm aware of the fact that I'm not as a patient as the Bible asks me to be. So I was also just waiting, not verbalizing certain things, because I was in my head practicing patience, the fruit of the Spirit, which is forbearance. And I just kept quiet on a couple of things. So when now I'm speaking about the things that I'm not happy about, I basically get the silent treatment. And I realized from there that if my boyfriend comes back and is apologetic and we work things through and we figure out a plan on how to see each other, and like, you know, I am valued in the relationship, it was gonna create some trauma response in me to not speak, because I would be worried that if I verbalize the things I'm uncomfortable with or I get angry, he's going to disappear. Now that was just gonna silence me, because I'm afraid of losing this man. Because if I truly share how I'm feeling and how I'm doing, this man is gonna disappear or get defensive like last time. So I was sitting there praying about it, and there was such a level of peace and release about, I shouldn't be going after him because he's been quiet for 7 days. Is he expecting me to reach out? And if that's the case, That's not what I want. I don't want someone who is okay with losing me. That means you genuinely don't value me in your life, which is also the issue in our relationship, that I'm not valued here. I'm easily disposable. I'm here. I can see you when it works, convenient, not when effort and intentionality is put into it. So, prayed on it, read the book of Ruth, and just went through it. And there was such a resolve in my heart to be like, yeah, you don't want to be with someone who treats you like this. And not that I'm perfect, not that he's perfect, but surely in this early stage of our relationship, we should want to both spend time together, not just me, and make time, not just me. And if someone is treating you like this when it's supposed to be the honeymoon phase, when things aren't honeymoony, I will not be a priority. If I'm not a priority now, I won't be a priority at all. And I was just thinking about a couple of things, that as much as I want someone who's financially stable, I do not want to be a wife with children that don't have a relationship with their father because dad is busy working in the other room, or dad is in business trips for 3 months, that the kids don't have a relationship with their father, and I don't have a husband. I just have someone who provides. And for me, that's what it was kind of giving, that I'm gonna have a husband who provides financially but is not physically there, nor emotionally there. And that's not what I want. That's not what I've been praying for. And I just had to release it. So on the Monday, after a week of him ghosting me, I sent a message to say, hey, I really would have appreciated it if you're ending this relationship, to express that to me, because you asked me to be your girlfriend. So if you're now ghosting me and you don't want to be with me anymore, would have appreciated you saying, let's end things. But with that being said, I do care about you, but I don't believe this is where I am. I think I said something like, I cannot be in a relationship with someone who does not make time for me or prioritize me. So I am going to step away. I think those are the exact words I use. I'm going to step away, and I wish you well. That was Monday. He responds Tuesday night, and his response says, you are disrespectful, toxic, and self-centered. That's his response, Bethu. You are disrespectful, toxic, and self-centered. That took me by surprise. I won't lie, that took me by surprise. But nothing in me said defend myself. Like, I was like, okay. No, it's the end. Because I was like, this is the end. You calling me toxic, self-centered, and disrespectful. So I really didn't defend myself, and I didn't want to do a back and forth. I'm too grown for that. Now I have to prove myself, Woody. I'm not toxic, I'm not disrespectful, I'm not self-centered. I said, yeah, but now it's peace. So I responded and I said, I won't engage with name calling. I'm gonna step away. Take care. That's the last message I sent him. Then he sent me one back to say, great decision. Keep well. Yaphela kanjalo into yam norapeling. So the relationship is done. It's over. I don't think I could be with someone who calls me names or disrespects my character in that way. And I genuinely think after that voice note, he was quiet for that week, hoping I would come back and apologize for being angry in that voice note. I don't know if he expected couples not to argue and fight. I don't know if he expected me to be a yebo baba type of girl and just take all of it and just, because I remember in the voice note I also said, how long am I supposed to wait for your work to die down? And it's not going to die down. That's just the nature of his work. And then he's choosing not to put me first. So I think in his head, I was not supposed to send that voice note expressing how upset I am about this whole situation. He just expected me to humbly take it. And yeah, my ex is Zulu, by the way. So I don't think he wanted me to be vocal. He just wanted me to take it and make a Zell. And no, guys. Sorry, no. And I think it's easier to press on when there's a foundation of this is not how our life is normally like, but now things are busy. So this is momentarily, but things will come down because this is not normal. But since we started dating, that was the normal. So there is no bekezelaring until things get back to normal. The normal was this crazy work-life schedule where I am not prioritized and I have to fight for time with you. Do you get what I mean? So there wasn't in my head, and even in his, to be honest, a time where things were not really busy. They were just always busy. So yeah, that's how it ended. Oh, Sam. So this was long, but now you know the tea. Oh, the coffee. But I'm good. I think I mourned the relationship during the time he ghosted me, because by every passing day I was realizing certain things about myself, about him, and about the relationship. So when I sent that text on the Monday to be like, dude, yeah, I was literally have made a resolve in my heart that this is the end when I ended things. But I genuinely don't think in his head he thought I would end the relationship. I think in his head he was ghosting me so that I can realize that I can't talk to him like that. And mind you, I sent the voice note to Clementine. Clementine's like, you were angry. I can tell you were angry. And obviously he could tell you were angry, but I was not disrespectful. But I was angry. So yeah, I don't know if he thought I was never gonna be upset or we're never gonna have a fight. Even in that was not even a fight. I was the one who was angry and he was just not apologetic. Instead, he called me toxic and self-centered. Yeah, so that's how the relationship ended. I'm okay, I'm good. I'm happy with how things ended. I was telling my friend Guti, I'm really happy with how I showed up in this relationship, how I conducted myself in this relationship. I have zero regrets. I have zero regrets. I'm happy about my character and how I cared for this man. Like, I honored this man and I was there for this man. I truly do believe he's a great guy. I'm not the person he's looking for, and he's not the person I'm looking for. I think he'll make one girl very happy one day, but that girl's not me. And let God's will be done. Like, that's where my heart is. Like, if at another time in our lives he comes back and he's shifted us a couple of ways he thinks, I think I would give him another chance. That would take a lot. a lot of trust being built again, but he's genuinely not a horrible person. I promise you, I wouldn't have stayed with him for so long if he was not a good man. I believe he's a good man. There's just certain things that need to be worked on, and even with me. So yeah, but let God's will be done, and that's where I'm at. But I've closed the chapter in my life right now. I'm not hoping for an apology from him. I'm not hoping for him to come back. I am done. And not like on to the next, but he found me with a life. And while he was here, I still had my life. Now that he's gone, I still have my life. My identity is not found in a man or in a relationship. So I'm not falling apart. I think I was not okay that week when he was not talking to me, because I was just like, let's fix this. Talk to me. Let's work out on a solution. I was still thinking we were going to work on a solution to make time, or for him to come back and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do moving forward. But when towards the end of that, when that week, I then started not waiting for him to respond and started evaluating the relationship and what I'm praying for, and made my decision from there. So yeah, this is the end for that chapter. But like I said, he's a good guy who I just believe does not have a time for a relationship. Or maybe he does have time for a relationship in Johannesburg. I actually don't think he does, because even in Johannesburg, he's very busy. But yeah, this is the end. I hope you enjoyed the story time. I thought this was going to be a vlog. Like, I thought I'm going to start with the, showing you the kitchen, and then have a quick sit down and then continue. But this is already long. This is crazy long, the story time. This is already crazy long. So I'm going to actually end it here, because I can't add anything to this now. That's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. But yeah, like I said, I'm open to your comments and your thoughts. I will not agree with everything that you say, guys. And maybe, but maybe I'll agree with some of the things you say. But either way, I'm eager to hear your thoughts and your opinion on this. I love you very much. And again, thank you for joining membership. And I will be posting vlogs here. I'm aiming to post twice a month on membership, because I can't do it weekly, Bazalwan, I can't. But I will do it bi-weekly. So this is the first one in March, and then I'll skip a week, and then I'll post again. And I will post vlogs, like the request had been for more vlogs on membership. And yeah, and I think I'm gonna bring back daily devotions, and I'm also gonna bring them here on membership, so that you guys get value. Yabo? Get value. Get value. Yeah, I love you. I appreciate you. Zeniti, Alendivuza. Nam, Bendi love. Bye.